Hi there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Paint Party live stream. I'm so glad to be with you in the studio again yet this evening. I hope you had a great week, and it had been a few weeks, so it's good to get in the studio again last week and this week to have consecutive weeks in the studio. If you've been here before, you know how this works. This is really laid back. You can participate in the live stream wherever you watch through the comments on whatever platform you're watching. Feel free to ask questions or make comments. I love to interact with you on the live stream. This is my Learn to Paint journey. Several years ago, I started teaching myself to paint, and this year I've transitioned from acrylic paint to oil paint. And so every week I meet you here in my studio and work on a painting for a couple of hours right here with you. All right, what else? I feel a little out of it today. I don't know why. I'm a little maybe tired, but fall has come to the Black Hills. We have the kind of yo-yo weather where it's cold one day, hot the next, cold one day, hot the next. But sure more than not, winter's coming. So I should just jump in because I feel a little tongue-tied tonight. So we are going to continue at the beginning working on the painting that we did last week. I want to touch up some things and maybe put a little bit of refining work on that, and then if we have time we'll dive into a new one. So let me show you what we worked on last week if you were not here, and if you were, you'll see what we did and we will get started. So let me jump over here and change my camera so I have you here before I get this set up. I'm so glad to see you. Welcome, welcome, those of you who are popping in here a couple minutes later. It's so good to have you. This was the reference for the painting that we did last week, and this is what we got done on it. So I want to do a little bit clean up some of this, and then we'll start another painting. But before I forget, I'm going to put this on so that I can keep from getting paint hopefully on me. How was everybody's week? I hope it was a good one. I'm going to get this camera set up for you so you can see my canvas here. All right, let me also put out so you can see my mixing table and palette here. All right, let's see. Everyone's quiet tonight, but I'm so glad that you have joined me. Those of you that have popped in, so great to have you. Like I said, we're going to do a little bit of refining work on this painting because I was really happy with how this painting turned out, and I didn't get a chance to get I'm doing some substitute teaching and didn't get a chance to get back into the studio. So let's see here. Let me switch over. There is my palette so you can kind of see what I'm working on. All right. I'm really pleased with how this turned out as far as the values. I think are really well laid out. Now that it is thoroughly dry, I think the key is to see if we can just clean this up a little bit. The first thing I want to clean up, though, for sure, is the sky. So let's put some blue out on this palette, and we will Mix a little sky color. If you were here last week, you'll remember that I oversaturated this, or chose to oversaturate it. So let's do a because I really wanted this to pop. We'll mix a little white just to tone it. Let's see if we're pretty close to the color. That's the undercolor. But I think I want to brighten just a little bit. So we'll take this in, put a lot of paint just so we can get really, there's some crusties. We'll try to take those out on this. Mix it all in. There we go. Again, the main goal is to give this a really bright, vibrant background for this tree to stand out against. So that is what we're trying to do. And in the meantime, we will give it some, hopefully thick enough paint that it will, oh, I'm sorry for that. Oh, there's the connections back. My image dropped just a little bit. This will give us some we'll bring this all the way down here, then we'll come in and just put it on as thick as we can. It's really thick paint. Oh, it says there's an error loading comments. Just a second, let me see. I don't know what the error is. So maybe you all are commenting and I am just not able to see them. If so, I apologize. I am not intentionally ignoring you. That's frustrating because part of what I really love about hanging out with you all is being able to interact with you. So I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize that. I just installed an update to this software, so I'm wondering if that kind of caused some of this. So I apologize if so. Okay, we are going to take a little bit smaller brush now and go around some of the more detailed work. Yeah, I think that I do not have I am not getting any comments from you all. I have no idea why. Usually the software does that all, so I apologize. It'll really feel like I am talking to myself here. I wonder. Yeah. There's not a way to reload. I was trying to see if there's a way to reload. I don't think without starting the thing all over, there's no way to, meaning no way to stop my live stream. To reboot the there's no way to reboot the software without restarting the live stream, so trying to. These panels are very rough, relatively. It's almost like painting on wood. So there are all these little tiny spots that paint can get stuck in that can make the edges make your edges look not very crispy. So I'm trying to come up and do some crispifying, if that makes sense. We'll put a few these sky holes in here. I think it'll really help. If we can clean up these edges, because this tree is, these types of trees are very much, they're not thickly, once they're inside it's thick, but out here on the edges there's a lot of sky visible. So it's figuring out which are the right There we go. And I think we want to up here cut in some of this. When I look at the reference, the very crown of the tree is some spots showing through. So I want that kind of feeling. Can always fill this back in, but there. All right, don't want to overdo it, so we're gonna take that. Oh, there's comments. They're back. I see. Hey there, Mom. So you can participate, as always, in the broadcast by commenting wherever you're watching. Feel free to ask questions. Just cleaning this up for those of you that are joining us just now. I'm cleaning up this painting we started last week up, and I put my finger right in the middle of this sky hole. Sorry about that. Oh no, now I have, and I put it down. I think I need one of those mini bars that I can rest my hand against. Okay, now what? I think I want to do this in here. I want to just clean this up. Here. All right. There we go. Now, what next? Let's do, what I would love to do is take a little white and brown, mix a little kind of light brown, and I want to come across the top of this just to indicate the sun is catching the top of this. Sun is catching the top of this because we took out the house behind there. Now it kind of feels like this is on a cliff, you know, there's nothing back there, but we'll see how that plays out. And now I want to see, I'm not sure how to do this. This may be the best brush to do this, I think. I don't really have a better one, I don't think. I don't know, because I don't think my... We'll try. We'll see if the little... If our... We'll see if our little number, I think it's a 0, number 0 brush can blue and little yellow. What I'm trying to do is get a greenish color that's not too bright, because I'm trying to figure out how to do basically suggestions of this pattern here. It sort of might work. We basically want to, where the sun is catching it, I'm not sure if that's too bright, but it's in the bright sun, so I don't think so. Welcome. I see several more people have popped in. So glad to have you. We'll less detail over here. I do think now our values are off because that is really bright, so we'll have to see. But I want to do some of these that are right in the sun. Then I'll come back and do some that are in the shade. Okay, now let's see how we Sorry, my camera went. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It keeps losing the. We'll see how this. I'm literally just freehanding this, so I want more the suggestion of it than perfect replica of it. And I hope that people can, the eye will fill in. Now I gotta figure out how to make these all look like they are in the shadow. Maybe that helps, just not doing it as refined up here. Just not doing definite all the way through, but kind of a few spots where there's I think at a distance it definitely sells the illusion. Up close it's kind of a mess, but what do you guys think? Let me step back, just take a look. Yeah, I think it does definitely from a distance. Now, what I want to do is, these colors are definitely, like, I want to bring a little more dark in it, this green, because I like that green, but I want to, for these spots that are in the sunlight, I definitely want them to be like green. There. There. Now this looks very brown, and I'm aware of that because of the green up next to it. So but I like this a lot better than the I'm going to lighten this up, take it a little more yellow when I go across here, because this is basically in full sunlight. So I want it real bright. Okay, now. Yes, makes me much happier. That green is vibrant and alive, and I'm going to take a little dark on this side. Whoops. We're going to take the little bit of that kind of a darker color, and we're going to right up against there, because it's still in the sun, but it's on the shady side of the sun. Sorry, let me look at something. There it is. Yeah, I'm connected to the right Wi-Fi. I don't know why it keeps going out tonight. I really apologize for that. Thankfully, it's coming right back. We'll take this. Alright, I think we want to do a little dark. See if we can go, how dark we can go. Maybe even a tad of ultramarine, which will take us cooler. Okay, let's see how this goes. Up against this. Yeah, I think we even need to go more with the ultramarine blue, which will take us maybe too dark. We want it to be we definitely want shadow. I don't know if that's too much shadow, don't think so. I don't think so. This is... there. I like this shadow look. And it definitely lets you know this is a green wall, which I really want because the red and the green are complementary, and I just think it makes a really nice, and it makes the red stand out even more, which is important. There we go. By changing up how the light hits here, every once in a while there's it helps you to see that's in the shadows. There. I'm not sure how to do... Got a little crazy with these shadows over here, so I'm trying to just do some damage control. There. Might have to clean that up, it's kind of a mess. I'm adding kind of a blue green in the shadows here because I think it's helpful. I'm putting this kind of greenish blue in here around to provide some shadow contrast because there wasn't a lot of that. And so then our light colors. Hi Kimberly, thank you for popping by. It's so good to see you on the stream. Hey Miss Martin, thank you. It is not necessarily easy, but you learn a few tricks. Hey Bob G. So good to see you. I hope your arm is doing better. We'll have to catch up soon. This is actually a Flamboyan tree in Puerto Rico, so it is not fall colors, but yes, it is this time of year for the fall colors. I took some paintings, or I took some pictures that I may have to turn into some paintings. Okay, now I need to see if I can take some of that yellow and blue, make that green, that kind of and probably a little cad yellow, which is my bright yellow. It's that constant battle of taking it too bright or not bright enough. And this is, and then I have this light on which distorts everything. But I want some put that shadow in. Now we really need that light. So I want now I want to take a almost pure green with that bright yellow. Really bright fluorescent. Take it really bright, kind of. And it's almost a fluorescent. And the goal, we'll see if it works, is to just the point where the light hits. Nope, that's too green. I need it more yellow. Let me take this off. Just a few spots where the sun is hitting most. Up here on the maybe here we can. Okay, now we have those. Now what we really need to do is find our red. Where's our, do our red and our, take a little bit of blue and red. Kind of that purple color. Okay, so this is kind of the purple color. Light in. Okay, now let's see if we can fix this, because I think I went overboard with the greens in here. I don't know if I can fix it, we'll see. This is that crimson almost out of the jar. But I really want the viewer of this painting to feel the, like when you see one of these trees, it's just literally, we were getting in the car and we just had to stop and take a picture of it, you know, and it's in a parking lot. You can see, like, it wasn't in somebody's yard, it wasn't anywhere nice, but they just are so, even in the like heat of the summer day, like worst possible lighting, but they just take your breath away. Um, and that's what I want the viewer to feel when they see it, this painting. I want them to feel like, oh man, I feel like I'm in the tropics somewhere. Like I could have seen this, you know, I could have been there and I could have just that's the feeling I want. If that makes sense. I don't know how to kind of make this feeling like through the tree. I mean, I'm just kind of dabbing, but I don't want it to become a muddy mess. Maybe that's working. I can't really tell. It is, these ones in here are kind of more orangey. So as we come down, it is more orange colors. I think this is working very well for me. Based on how we started. Okay. I am not gonna overdo this. I like it. It's, there we go. You're not getting the exact lighting, but I'm afraid, I'm wondering if in, let's see. Because it's so bright in this light, but then, and let me see, and I think it still stands out. And it's all of this shadow work that's underneath. I almost think I was going to lighten some of this, but I don't think I'm going to. I might do a little bit of we did a little bit, but I might do some lighter spots in the stone wall, just to indicate that it is a stone wall. I wonder if I should, what do you all think? We did this color. What if we do put a little bit of sunshine into this. There, that gives us a little that the sun is shining here. And it's pretty bright right up against that sidewalk and such. And I don't think I really need to change this much. What do you think? What do y'all think? It reads pretty well, doesn't it? And that. There we go. Maybe what I did before, I think I did this. Kind of the maybe just give the sense of a wall back there, and that these things are growing behind there. The other thing I noticed that I want to take one of my little, I don't know, what are these brushes? Size 2. What is this? A size 1. We'll take the size 1. And I want to take this and do some there's apparently this tree has some windy branches in it. So I think it Sometimes these little effects have disproportionate impact. This weird strange how the light catches these branches. Then it also has, we will take some, then it has these maybe almost black branches. So it has this is the challenge because we're almost all wet on wet now. So you have to but it's very clear there are branches here. Yeah, this makes me happy, y'all. I think I'm going to say for the skill that I have right now, this is the best I can do. At my current skill level, remember when I used to say that? So, at my current skill level, this is the best I can do. Let me step back, or step you back a little bit, and lift it up like this so you can see more direct on. Sorry about the wobbliness, but let's see. There. Now you can see a little bit better what it looks like direct on. I'm really happy with how the shadows and the values of the distance and everything plays. It looks like this is in the shadow and there's some tree over here. This is drawing you in through the gate to the focal point. Because we took out the house and everything there, this wall is a barrier, but also it stops you. It's like I want to see what's on the other side of that, but also there's nothing to distract from the main focal point. So there we go. That's what it looks like as close as I can in real life. What do y'all say? How is that? It looks a little dull on your side, but it is very vibrant on this side. So it makes me happy. So I am going to call that good. And I wonder if we should start the next one, or if we should, maybe we should just call that good. I'll give you a preview of what I want to do next week. We'll end a little bit early tonight. I didn't know how long this would take, but I kind of got into it too far. But let me bring you back here to center, or to where you can see me. And then before I kind of wrap up, I will show you what I am thinking about for next week. Let's see. This is my plan for next week, y'all. This is another image I took in Puerto Rico of the very famous city walls and the lookout towers. I can't remember what they're called, but these are from the, I think, 1700s, maybe 1800s. And I think that is what we will do next week, is something like this. It's very stereotypical San Juan, but it's so beautiful, and I think we can do some really cool things in the clouds. But there's a lot of really neat shadow values, as well as stone, the different colors in the stone, and the light of this, the color of this light side, but it's in shadow, and then the light side on this side, and the discoloration of the stone. So I think there's a lot of really cool things that we can do with this image. And I don't really want to dive in right now, because we just barely get going, and it would end up going I think it would end up going to, we wouldn't get enough done. Let's see, let me go back to, so that's kind of what I'm thinking for next week. That said, let me jump back here, get rid of or hide that for now. All right, well, I want to say thank you for joining me, even though we're ending a little bit early tonight. I have been, like I said, doing some substitute teaching, which I had done, but I'm doing a long-term gig, so I am running, and a little bit, just a little tired tonight. So we will wrap up a little bit early, and I will, and then we'll start fresh with the new painting next week. Again, this is what we ended up with. I'm really pleased with this little painting. It makes me really happy. It's a great memento of my trip to Puerto Rico and all of the great memories. It was the first time in over 30 years that I had been back, and so this is a great little memory. I know exactly where this was taken, what city I was in, and the memories around it are really special. So that I'm really pleased with how it turned out. But I will say good night to you. I hope that you have a great week, and we will see you here Monday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, same time, and we will jump right into the San Juan City Wall painting. Until next time, I will see you. Have a great night and have a great week, everybody. See you next time.